I looked at my own political experience, and I want to give you a great example. I ran on affordable housing. This was my platform. More affordable housing, creating jobs in the urban core, amen, economic development in the urban core, education, and access to high quality health care. That's what I ran on. I got in there and I was ready to go. And the first major piece of legislation after I got elected was how do we increase from 6 million to 7.5 million to get more money to the owners of the predators. So they'll stay. I want you to hear me. For 7 months after we got elected, we worked on legislation to give more money to rich folks who own the predators. And here I am thinking that I'm going to come in here and be able to reshape and redo and all that. And I realize that this system that we call the government is a Titanic. It is not a speedboat. You don't change the direction, and you definitely can't change it by yourself. And so as I was there, fighting with the mayor, and for the first 2 years, they considered me enemy number one. And the power that I had was I had the ability to go to the press and write op-eds. And every time they wanted somebody to say something, I was in the paper. The mayor said, his deputy mayor said, Jerry is dangerous because he doesn't mind fighting in the daylight. The problem of fighting in the daylight without having the army behind you is all you are doing is yapping, and you can't get anything really changed. And so guess what? I was faced with this. The predators deal is going to go down. You either can get on board or you can be outside. Now the mayor will owe you if you get on board and you get some things done that you want to get done later on. So I voted yes for this predators deal. And I realized that that $7.5 million that should have been going to General Hospital, should have been going to economic development, should have been going to all these other things. And I found out, oh my God, this is why this happens the way it happens. Even with my right intent, my right heart, my whatever. And so a good friend of mine, Dr. Al Berry, said to me, he said, Jerry, when you're by yourself, how are you leading when nobody's behind you? How to lead when no one follows. So I began to say, I got to change my leadership role. I've got to embrace, I've got to get the people behind, I've got to hit coalition building. We've got to come together. You can't do this by yourself. You can't be out there. What's that famous story, the guy at the windmills? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not as smart as y'all. So, yeah, I came here to say to you today, we're sounding the alarm. And I came to tell you that the best chapter in this book is called The Call to Action, where I say to African Americans, come up with your agenda. Find out whether it's the state, local, or the federal government that's responsible for whatever that issue that you have. But we need, as a community, to come up with our own agenda. And then we need to go to the mayor and the council and the state house and the state senate and the governor. And it doesn't matter whether they're Republican or Democrat. We need to come with our agenda. Labor has their agenda. Chamber of Commerce has their agenda. Vanderbilt has their agenda. Belmont has their agenda. What is our agenda? And then we got to work with our elected officials, and we got to hold our elected officials accountable. I met with the state senator one time, I won't say her name, and I began to talk to her about some issues. And she says, y'all don't come up here on the hill. I don't know what y'all want, quote unquote. I don't know what y'all want. We have to come together. And that's what this book is all about. It is coming together with an agenda and organizing and working together so that we may have a positive impact in our community. And so I ask for